What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to TCB Ravens Media, bringing Ravens content every single day. If you want to say a day of the Ravens content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below and hit the notification bell if you want to get notified every single time I upload a brand new video. Because last night, Jalen Smith got cut, and I put out my reaction to that. I thought that the Ravens absolutely should go sign him. So go check out that video if you want to see that. But this news was not recent. This news came out, I don't know, about a week ago, maybe a little bit more than that. But Marlon Mack requested a trade, and he and the Colts have agreed to seek a trade. And at that point in time, my understanding of the Ravens running back situation was Tyson's good. The Ravens hadn't, had him listed as a healthy scratch against the Chiefs. So I was like, yeah, Ravens don't need that. But now, with how the Ravens are treating Tyson Williams, it's really making me think whether or not they need to make a trade for a guy at running back, because I talked about it in the video where I said start Tyson Williams, and I still stand by that. If I could pick, trade for Marlon Mack or start Tyson Williams, I'm starting Tyson, okay? This video is the contingency plan, okay? If the Baltimore Ravens have decided, and I really hope they haven't, that Tyson Williams is not that guy because he has fumbling problems, because he struggles to find the correct hole, he struggles in pass protection. If they have decided, you know what, they're done, they don't want to give him another shot, which I don't think they should. That, again, I really like Tyson Williams. I hope he's with this team. But if they do not believe in him, I think Marlon Mack is the best option that the Ravens can go with. And that's not saying a ton because there's not a lot of amazing options for the Ravens. But Marlon Mack, and I apologize, I'm talking pretty quietly. I'm recording this at night, the night before. I'm recording this Tuesday night because I'm very busy on Wednesday. So let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about this. But Marlon Mack came into Indianapolis early in his career, started off, struggled. He definitely struggled his rookie year, averaged about 3.8 yards per attempt, only had about 358 yards. And it was like, okay, here's this guy in Indianapolis. Then in 2018, the second season, 195 attempts, 908 yards, nearly a 1,000-yard rusher, 9 touchdowns, and he was averaging 4.7 yards per carry. And everybody's like, oh, look at this Marlon Mack guy. Like, is this the guy for Indianapolis for the future? Like, that started to really be the question. And then we saw 2019, first 1,000-yard season, rushed for 8 touchdowns, averaged 4.4 yards per carry. And it became like, wow, this guy could really be it. And then what did the Colts do in 2020? They drafted a guy named Jonathan Taylor. And Marlon Mack got hurt, didn't play the entire year, or I guess he played in one game, got 4 rushing yards or 4 rushing attempts. So he got hurt very early, wasn't able to play, and now all of a sudden that brings us to this year because Marlon Mack signed a 1-year extension. That's it. He was on a 4-year deal, signed a 1-year extension. He's off contract at the end of this year. He's an unrestricted free agent. He was going to be that guy until he got hurt and the Colts decided, you know what, Jonathan Taylor's too good to pass up, and they drafted him. And so at his contract of $1 million base salary, $2 million cap hit, I feel like the Ravens should look at him as a player that, because one of my problems with a lot of people saying like the Ravens should trade for a running back is the Ravens have running backs for the future, right? We have JK. We have Gus. So when you look at that, it's like, oh, trading for a running back, that's literally a 1-year rental trade. And so it doesn't make sense if, because I've heard people say oh, well, these guys, they don't like their situations. Yeah. But when Gus and JK come back, we don't want to pay them that money. Guys making $5 to $7 million this year, it's like they'll just be cut next year. Whereas Marlon Mack could come in making very little money and not have to the Ravens would not have to worry about where he'd be next year because he wouldn't be in Baltimore. He wouldn't. But he could be the number 1 running back in Baltimore this year. And he could recognize, hey, Baltimore could be a good spot that he could agree with the Colts for them to send him here because he would get to be in the best rushing attack in the NFL. And if he proves, wow, this dude's a monster, like he did in, 2019, 1,000-yard rusher, 8 touchdowns, over 4 yards a carry. All of a sudden, he's getting a much bigger payday than he would get, because if right now he hit the free agent market, he's not getting that much money because it's been too long. But I feel like he's a guy that just needs that opportunity to come out and ball. And I feel like Baltimore could take advantage of that, because you know what? They have a lot of picks next year. I think they could do something where they send a 5th, maybe a 4th, but they get back some later pick. Maybe they send a 4th, get a 5th. Maybe they send a 5th, get a 6th. Something like that, because the Ravens have 10 picks next year. The Ravens are in a win now mode, if most people haven't recognized that. And I feel like with the running back group that they have, if they're not playing Tyson, I have to stress that, if they're not playing Tyson, the running back group that they have just isn't explosive enough, in my opinion. The legs just aren't there. I think Marlon Mack could bring that. And Marlon Mack isn't some burner or anything like that. But I feel like he can still be a guy that can get to that next level and have a little bit of speed. And I feel like that could add just more dynamic plays to this offense, because I've talked about Latavius Murray. I like Latavius Murray. He does his job. He gets a couple yards and he falls forward. That's his job. Devontae Freeman has struggled a little bit. I don't really see him as somebody by the end of the year that we're looking at as still getting a lot of carries. Le'Veon Bell, obviously it's very early to tell, but he did a decent job, I felt like. Yes, he wasn't able to get a lot of yards, but also the Denver defense played a great game defensively. But Le'Veon Bell was able to go out in pass protection, do his thing there, and then we all know that he can run routes and things like that. So if Marlon Mack came in, he could kind of be, the number one, and then situationally use Le'Veon in third down game. It's third down situations, use Le'Veon. Get him out there for passing situations, everything like that. Latavius Murray could come in with Lamar, and he could come in even with Marlon Mack next to him, and Lamar can run some read option, run some triple option, do all those types of things with them, get them in the pistol. Rather than having Patrick work hard out there with them, just do, Latavius Murray to Lamar's right and Marlon Mack right behind him. Run an option that way. I feel like there's so many opportunities with that, because I feel like the Ravens do need a running back that isn't 30 years old or 32 years old or however old Le'Veon and Devontae and Latavius are. Marlon Mack right now is 25. I feel like those legs are fresh enough to where the Ravens could really utilize them. And yeah, he's coming off of injury, but I feel like he can still contribute. And I feel like he could be a guy that, like I said, if the Ravens, for some reason, do not trust Tyson Williams whatsoever, give Marlon Mack a shot if they're not going to bring up Nate McCrary or somebody like that, because I don't really want to see Murray and Bell and Freeman as the Ravens running backs this year. I feel like they need a younger guy. Marlon Mack is younger, but let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about this, because I'm kind of a fan of it. When I was trying to figure out what to talk about, I was like, you know what? Didn't Marlon Mack something about a trade? And I was like, that's right. He wants out of Indy. I think he should come to Baltimore. But let me know what you guys think. Like the video if you like the video. Thank you all so much. We just hit it tonight. We just hit 2,000 subscribers. So I'll definitely talk about it more on a stream or something like that. This is not some thank you video or anything like that. But thank you guys so much. It does really, Joshua and I really do appreciate all of you and the support that you've shown over the channel over the last 7 months or so. But thank you all for watching. Subscribe for Daily Ravens content, and I'll see all of you again tomorrow.